Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
Unfortunately, when you have a movie like Space Jam: A New Legacy, what are we gonna say, right? What are we gonna say, Maggie? It feels like a corporate cash grab. Because it is.
It
right?
is.
It is a corporate cash grab.
It is.
I can't believe I can't believe you rage quitted though.
Well, I was tired, and it's like, nah, this is a great time. I'm going to be able to just approach it with a fresh eye. I know they have the standard animation. I'm excited to see LeBron James act and how that goes. And then it's just I hit a point where it's I'm in this movie, and I look at the time, and it's it's only been 30 minutes, and how many references can they throw in? It was very much, hey, fellow kids, and it was...
Speaking of fellow kids, this is the Kulturecast, and Maggie and I are going to be talking about Space Jam: A New Legacy. By the way, I'm starting every podcast this way from now on. I'm just going to start the recorder and then transition into the conversation.
Just wait until the height of rage, and then be hang on.
I want to figure out.
Welcome to the room.
I want to challenge myself every week to figure out a way to transition from just conversation into the show seamlessly.
Yes.
So Maggie's joining me, Maggie the Odd, artist extraordinaire. We're going to be talking about a film that is as lowbrow of art as humanly possible. One might even say it is not art. It is the film equivalent of the painting that Mr. Bean did in Bean the Film, the last podcast that Maggie joined me on. Patreon exclusive if you want access to that. $1 is all it takes. But we are going to be talking about HBO Max's newest release, Space Jam.
Welcome, King James.
I'm a cartoon? I'm shorter than Kevin Hart. No.
What's up, Doc?
Bugs, bring it here, man.
What brings you to Tonewall, Doc?
The computer dude kidnapped my son. No! What in the Matrix hell? Hey, what'd you do to my son?
The only way you're getting your son back is if you and I play a little basketball.
You want to play me in basketball? I need to assemble an elite team.
You need a dream team. I'll take it from here. Sam, shoot the ball. Let's try that again, shall we?
We'll get your son back. I promise.
What's happening?
Bump up the jam.
I look expensive.
Introducing the Goon Squad.
What?
I'm not a betting duck, but my money's on the other team.
Pump up the jam.
Yo, King, you're about to lose your family.
Got the world in my hand.
Everything you love.
Well, at least we're good.
Oh, and I almost forgot. All of the tunes will be deleted, so...
Come on, guys. The Toon Squad doesn't give up.
If we're going out loony.
Pump up the jam.
You gotta win this game and get our son back.
Pump up the jam.
Let's go, Tunes.
I got hops.
It's on.
Coming off the bench, Wile E. Coyote. The machine's producing multiple Wile E. Coyotes.
Well, that happened. We need a boost. A secret weapon.
Come on, man. Granny's out here having a martini at halftime.
Hate is gonna hate.
A new legacy, because Space Jam 2 was not a title that they cared enough about. So, Maggie, before we talk about Space Jam, A New Legacy, let's talk about Space Jam, the original.
The Space Jam.
The jam of the
Hey,
space.
come on and jam.
If you want to slam, come on and
Don't forget
cram.
the ham.
Yeah, come on and cram. If you want to scram. No, I'm about to jam, so you gotta scram. That's the Oscar the Grouch version. There you go.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. So Maggie, you are, again, I'm going to bring this up, not going to do the, I'm 31 and you're 29 thing. Maggie, you are younger than me, but we are still same generation.
I was about to say, man, you're not like Rip Van Winkle. Like, come on.
No, Rip Van Winkle. Isn't that Vanilla Ice's real name?
Oh, did he also go out and play nine pins with dwarves in the hills?
No, isn't that Vanilla Ice's name? Do you know that, right? That's like Vanilla Rob Van Winkle.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not Rip Van Winkle, but it is a Winkle.
It is a Winkle. It is a Winkle.
Part of the legacy of Winkles.
Can confirm Winkle family. But Maggie, you and I are ostensibly, let's just say, the same age. So you and I would have grown up with Space Jam. Or not grown up, let me rephrase this, because I didn't grow up with it either. You and I would have been the target audience for the original film that was released in 1996. You would agree with that?
Correct. Yeah. We were the kids of Space Jam because it was nothing but Michael Jordan. I guess
Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. We are the children of the Space Jam.
Jordan.
I don't know. The Children of the Space Jam sounds like some sort of horrifying horror movie.
Oh man, they're probably like on crank, like 24/7. They're the kids that you just don't want to babysit.
Space Jam.
Oh gosh, right. Yeah, that would be it. And then they like captured all these stars to make videos.
So let's talk about the original Space Jam. Did you see the original Space Jam when it came out in 96?
No. No,
Maggie, no.
Why would I? That's insane. No. The first time that I watched Space Jam was when I was in high school, actually. So I waited quite a decent amount of time. It just wasn't available. I could easily see my mom being like, no, that looks like it's terrible. We're not exposing our children to that. But I mean, when I watched it in high school, it was cringeworthy at the time. But you know what? For me, not being an ultimate fan of it, I do appreciate that would have been like the shit as a kid. Like,
As a kid.
It was pretty fun. Yes, exactly. You have to have like you just slammed like all colors of your Fun Dip packet. Then you're going to have a good time.
Yeah! Come on and jam if you want to slam! Yeah. So, like yourself, while my parents are not the arty type, my parents were not growing up the sporty type either. My parents didn't put me in sports. I mean, I was in sports because I chose to be in sports, but like my parents didn't play sports professionally or even in college or in high school. So, I mean, I can remember I think I've told this story before, like we didn't watch sports in high school. We would occasionally go to like a basketball game or a baseball game because my parents, more aptly my father, would get tickets from the company he worked for. But we didn't have season passes or season tickets. So I would assume, like yourself, not really a big sports family.
Actually,
except for baseball.
Basketball wasn't our sport, but yeah, no,
I know you've talked about
mom
baseball
and dad
before.
Really into baseball. We
into the
would,
Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, hell yeah, Guardians. It's about goddamn time, even though that's a roller derby team. So shout out to the OG Guardians skating their asses. But I
don't know. I prefer the original name. It's a lot more offensive, and just colorblind and, just completely off base. I like that name much more.
The Injuns.
Injuns, yes. God damn.
From Inja,
Yeah.
Where they make them inks.
But so your family, probably like mine then, like my family was more into baseball than anything else.
Yeah, it was baseball and golf between my sister and my dad. But basketball was actually the sport that I first got into. It was tennis and basketball for me. And my neighbor growing up, she was really into basketball. So that's like the only like roundabout way that I was involved. Like I am actually good at basketball. I just hated playing on a team.
I was always too passive to be a good defender in basketball.
Exactly.
Like I was never really like, come here, give me the fucking ball. I was like, whatever. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
No, those ladies were aggressive, and I was like short as shit and being like, I can shoot better than all the boys. And that was like all I had for me. So it's like, okay, yeah, no.
I mean, look, I am 6 feet tall. I'm more built like a football player than anything else. But I wanted to play football. My parents didn't let me. I think hindsight 2020, probably okay with that, given that I don't have any sort of, long-standing physical ailments because of playing sports that tear my body up at a teenage age. Yeah. Or my mind, given what so many, sports athletes have to deal with CTE. So, but all of that out of the way, what we're trying to say here is we were not the target audience for Space Jam.
Not us specifically, no.
But unlike yourself, I did see it as a kid. I remember that I saw it. Wasn't really into it. Again, it's kind of, look, it's if Who Framed Roger Rabbit is the peak of this kind of film, which I think we...
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
Hello, this is Aaron West. I am the author of the A24 New Wave. In this book, I look at A24's output and I make the argument that we are in a new wave movement right now. A24 plays a major role. This book has a supplemental podcast where each episode is a brief conversation about an A24 related topic, whether an actor, director, or even a genre. As I continue research for the book and conduct interviews, I expect to record podcast episodes with people involved with the company. You can find the podcast at cinejourneys.com or wherever you find podcasts, and we are proud to be members of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
You would both agree it is.
It's definitely up there. Yes.
And Cool World is the valley. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely in the trenches as well.
Yeah. I would say that this is, if we're looking at it a peak and a valley, this is probably somewhere it's not level, it's going into the valley. Does that make sense? Like, it's on the lower end of things. Because the original movie, not so much the new one, but the new one in different ways. The original is a fucking commercial for Air Jordans.
Essentially.
And they're a commercial for Michael Jordan, who, look, if you've seen The Last Dance, which a lot of people who don't even like sports have seen The Last Dance. Michael Jordan is a insanely charismatic gentleman, even when he is being a prick, which everything that I've read, everything that I'm sure a lot of us have read would lead me to believe Michael Jordan's kind of a prick, which is fine. The dude's hyper competitive. Hyper competitive people tend to kind of be pricks. That's just the way it is, because they're always being competitive with
it's go mode. And at least he can like acknowledge that he's kind of off the charts and that he's fully aware of it. And it's like, exactly.
There's nothing wrong with being like, that's why, like, he's kind of a prick, but I think he knows he's a prick, and I think that's okay. I mean, being self-aware of how much of a prick you can be is important, because, I mean, in The Last Dance, he talks about how he wanted to ruin this guy, fucking make an example of you. Like, you're a dickhead for doing that. But I get it. Like, if you can do it, okay. Like, all right.
I mean, that amount of power, like, would go to your head.
Yeah.
Like, that would be impossible to remain 110% a good person with that degree of power. Especially for as long, and like, it was ridiculous. He was a prodigy for that mess. So it's
I mean, he's the winningest basketball player in the history of the sport. At least, I know you can make the case that, the player for the Celtics, Bill Russell, won 13 championships. Michael Jordan only won 6.
What a slacker.
Yeah, I know, but it's a different era of basketball, and everybody, look, anybody who knows anything about basketball will tell you that Michael Jordan is the greatest athlete who ever played the game.
It's just like Babe Ruth with baseball. It's just
that's the way it is.
Synonymous with the sport.
Yeah, it's like Tom Brady with football. I know that's going to ruffle some people's feathers, and look, I might be a little biased, but I don't think the argument is there anymore. I think it's every sport has the greatest. Hockey has Wayne Gretzky. Basketball has Michael Jordan. Boxing has Muhammad Ali. That's just the way it goes.
Has Bibbly Doo.
Yeah, that too. So it makes sense to cast Michael Jordan in a film about basketball with creatures that are as well known as Michael Jordan is. Looney Tunes characters.
To be fair, I always appreciated Space Jam for the concept alone. Like, I love the really risky choices in original content for movies. And that's part of the reason why I'll always give Space Jam a pass. I know why a lot of people love it. And it's like, that shit is insane. Like, you took two, not even properties, because it's Michael Jordan. And
he's a brand.
It is. But at the same time, it was just such a ridiculous leap. And I mean, I appreciate that the new movie was self-aware enough to be like, yeah, that's a terrible idea, because by all rights, agreed, that is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, for not being an actor, he was pretty decent for like a cardboard cutout version of him. But
yeah, I mean, he's Michael Jordan is decent enough in the original. He's charismatic when he needs to be, and that's kind of all that matters.
Exactly.
But it is essentially just an advertisement for Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah.
And basketball. I mean, look, they have Danny Ainge, Steve Kerr. I mean, Charles Barkley, or maybe not Charles Barkley. Charles Oakley. I mean, they do have Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. I mean, look, it's the greats of the sport at the time.
Yeah.
So this is an advertisement for basketball. This is advertisements for Michael Jordan, for the NBA, for Looney Tunes.
And then WB in general gets to sweep up. Like,
exactly. So all that aside, I have no nostalgic feelings for Space Jam. I rewatched it recently because I knew the sequel was coming out, and it doesn't hold up. It's not a good movie.
Oh no! Like there are very few parts that I even really recall to any extent what it was, and it's essentially like Bill Murray's part, and then the weird Pulp Fiction reference that came out of the blue at the end. Like it's more like a fever dream than anything else.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, look, again, it's one of those things where I think what people remember about the movie is the imagery and
the character design was really good in that.
Yeah, I mean,
I will stand by that. I love the aliens.
Yeah, and Danny DeVito's character that he plays. I mean, it's great.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the Monstars are fantastic. It's a great design, but unfortunately, that's like it.
Yeah. There's really nothing else.
No, it's...
Because the Looney Tunes themselves weren't really acting like the characters.
No. Not in the way that I would assume they would.
No, but I mean, to be fair, and this is one of the points for the newer one, because as I'm wrestling through this in my head, rationalizing why it exists. But I will say, because the Looney Tunes went through so many iterations post that point, it almost made it more in character in the new movie than they were in the one from the 90s. Because back then, we had the classics and then like a failed reboot or two.
Right. So this was kind of this was like the original Space Jam was kind of re-debuting the characters.
Exactly. They were really trying to anyway, and it just didn't quite translate the way that it needed to, because it's so hard to compete with the classics. The animators actually had full reign of those, and they really instilled their personalities in those, as well as Mel Blanc and like all of the voice actors. Right. It was just a lightning in a bottle experience, and trying to bring that back is so damn difficult. And in the 90s, nonetheless, where they really didn't know how to bring back property and really treat the fans with any modicum of respect and doing references well, they just kind of threw whatever at the wall and hoped for the best.
Well, it was that weird era of like, ignore the fans.
Yeah.
Like, don't
cool.
Yeah, like the fans don't know. Like, we'll do our own thing. And it's like, yeah, but like you still have to pay homage, even if you're not doing it like straight up. You still have to you have to give them a little bit of what they want.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and look, realistically, the original Space Jam exists because of an ad campaign to begin with. So
yeah,
money is money drives the original Space Jam, which brings us, my God in heaven,
to the double down of the century.
The double, yeah. So before we talk about the sequel, I just want to mention a couple things that never happened that should have. Do you know what some of the ideas for the other Space Jams were? I think we talked about them already.
I mean, very vaguely. I of course watched through a couple YouTube videos on those theories. So
Spy Jam, starring Jackie Chan.
That's very early thousands.
Race Jam, starring Jeff Gordon.
Okay, that one maybe. It
would have been really strange.
But they would have had to like go full blown like Hanna-Barbera on
Wacky Races, right?
Wacky Racers. I'd much prefer Wacky Racers, but okay.
I would watch that if it were Wacky Racers. Yes. That would be cool as fuck. Like that would be cool. I would be on board with that.
Oh yeah. Because you know me in racing movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of racing films. I would have watched that movie in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Next one, Tiger Woods.
Yes, that one I heard about. Which, wow, as if golf couldn't be more boring.
I mean, they had golf in this movie. And it was, or in the original, they had golf, and it was boring.
Yes, it was.
Skate Jam, starring one Tony Hawk.
Okay, it might
That's
be
like
worth
mid
it for
2000s.
Tony Hawk, but there's no way.
That's like a mid-2000s thing, right? Like X Games, like
right? Yeah, that's an extremely goofy movie.
I will say, of all the movies that didn't happen and that this one happened, the one that I think would have been the most successful would probably have been the Tony Hawk movie. If it had come out like. So the original Space Jam came out in the mid-90s, 96. Mm-hmm. If that movie had come out in like 2001, when Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was like all the fucking rage, that movie would have done gangbusters.
Yeah.
And it would have been something different than what we got, which is Space Jam: A New Legacy, directed by
directed by the cops.
Yeah, apparently. It would have been better than what we got, which was Space Jam: A New Legacy, which should just be titled Space Jam. Because it's the same damn movie.
Yeah.
But somehow worse than the original movie. But yet essentially identical in every form and fashion, other than the fact that instead of Michael Jordan, you have LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why did we need this? Like, why is this a thing?
WB probably needed it more than anybody, but here we are.
I would even okay, what did you think of the movie?
Okay, so aside for the rage quit, obviously.
I mean, again, I don't necessarily blame you.
No, I know. I really wanted to get through this whole damn movie, but there's certain things that hit my brain and I can't ignore it. So
it is 2 hours long. Let's just say this at the top here.
Extraordinary amount of time.
Hello, my name is Kevin Tudor, and I'm one of the 3 hosts of Almost Major, a film podcast dissecting many major indie studios and the films they release. Every week, myself, Charlie Nash, and Bryden Doyle discuss overlooked, forgotten, or bona fide classic indie films via studio-specific miniseries. We've previously covered numerous films from Artisan Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and New Line Cinema. Titles including The Blair Witch Project, American Psycho, Dogville, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saw, Requiem for a Dream, and Ringmaster. You know, the Jerry Springer film. Anyways, we have a fun time every week, and we hope you will join us. Subscribe to Almost Major wherever you get your podcasts. Now proudly a part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
I get that they're farming for nostalgia, so technically we would still be the audience. But if they were gearing it toward kids, that's an obscene amount of time to
It's almost 40 minutes longer than the original.
Yeah, that's insane. But it's like, I walked into this and it's like, you know what? I have no beef against LeBron. I have seen him do like some good stuff to this city that nobody gives a fuck about. So it's like, okay, I have no beef against him. I'll see how he does. It can't be any worse than Michael Jordan's acting. So whatever. And 2, the animation, I was kind of stoked to like, I got like some spoilers for like the interactions in the different worlds. And I'm like, okay, sure, we'll see how that goes. So I approached it with as clean a slate as humanly possible. But what killed me was like the Cat in the Hat, but with Mike Myers' level of self-referential double downs. It was lightning fast too. Like, I love the ideas. The ideas are great. I think that's what pisses me off so badly about this movie is because it had some good ideas for what it was. It had some great ideas. The actors were pretty damn good. The animation was pretty damn good. I like the idea that they just kind of fucked off of Looney Tune Planet, but so angry gestures. Like I can't really get behind this weird form of contemporary humor where it's just reference after reference. It's exactly like the fucking kid that would eat glue in school where you say something and then they just repeat it in the nasally voice and you really just want to punch them in the throat. That's what this movie feels like to me. Like, try it.
No,
See, immediately that little flare of rage, just perpetual.
I will say, okay, so to your point, I think they took, I think we would both agree the original movie, Space Jam, is all about the Looney Tunes characters getting them back out into the world, right? Yeah. Like you mentioned, Looney Tunes didn't have a place in pop culture in 96.
No, and it was a good marketable property. Like they made
Bugs Bunny.
Well, and it's like, you got to think in the 90s, the only way that they were getting mass revenue for Looney Tunes was because they ghettoized them and put them on hoodies. Gangsta Looney Tunes with Taz and his saggy jeans and shit.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was okay with Space Jam bringing them back, because I would prefer this death.
They took their brand. They took the brand back.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this movie, like you've mentioned already, it is an extended commercial for Warner Brothers properties.
Oh man.
And the Looney Tunes are secondary in their own film.
Yeah. Yeah. It really wasn't like expanding on that or even endearing them. There was like zero, hey, we've dealt with this problem before. We got your back, man. There was none of that. It's like, okay, well, we're picking up my friends. All right. Hope we're getting drunk. Bye. It was just really half-assed. It was really half-assed on that one.
So in the original movie, the Looney Tunes go to get Michael Jordan to help them win a basketball game against the Monstars. In this film, the main crux of the film is LeBron and his son don't see eye to eye because his son is a nerd and his dad is, well, LeBron James, which means, you know, they don't see eye to eye because one's a nerd and one's a jock. You know, tale as old as time. You should work
harder. Have you heard about work? You should be working.
Let me tell you something, Dom. This ain't a joke. Basketball is not a joke. And then he goes and plays his game and he's like, what is this, not real basketball? It's like, it's a video game, dude. Like, the real LeBron is not this stupid. Okay? No. The character is written like a fucking idiot in this movie. He's written like the world's densest asshole for no reason. Because we know LeBron is a charismatic guy. I've seen Trainwreck. I've seen Trainwreck. You've seen Trainwreck, I'm sure. You've at least seen the LeBron parts from Trainwreck.
Absolutely.
He's a well-spoken guy. Like, I don't like LeBron because I find him to be kind of a baby when it comes to the way he's treated in a sport where he is the king of it. But why would you let anyone get to you? What the fuck do you care? Anyone?
Exactly.
But I will not say that he is not talented or gifted or any of that because it's all true. I just personally don't like it.
He put in a genuine effort in this movie. You could tell.
Sure.
I know, right? The voice acting was very lackluster, and that sucked ass. But
it's a movie by fucking committee. The screenplay has 12 goddamn names on it. Okay, okay. Just to give you an idea, the fact that this movie has been in development hell since essentially 1996, gives you an idea of the fact. Look, the fact that this movie happened is one thing. The fact that this movie, it's not a movie. I was about to say,
Cool Worlded itself. It turned into Cool World.
Yeah, it turned into
production hell, and then people started really giving up and phoning it in.
Yeah, it feels like at one point they had a good idea, and then look, essentially they should just drop the subtitle for this film because it is just the original.
Yeah.
You look at the poster and it's LeBron and Bugs back to back, Space Jam on New Legacy at the bottom. Call it fucking Space Jam.
Or subtitle it like you would a brand new product. It's Space Jam with 10% more references.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. So, but in the original they reference Looney Tunes. In this one, it's all about, because we're in a, post MCU world, it's everything. So
it's not even the MCU world. It's just everybody loves referencing everything.
Yeah, but I don't know what drives that. What drives that idea that they need to do that? Something they've seen something. But they've seen something successful. What was that successful thing that they saw that made them think this was the way to approach it for Warner Brothers stuff?
Yeah,
was it Ready Player One? This is essentially it's Ready Player One in many ways.
If you want to go way, way back, it's like the frickin' Michael Myers movies. It's just that hyper extended. It's just now that we have the internet, it's meme culture and shit like that was even thrown. I can't believe they threw Chungus in. It's
oh yes, Big Chungus. Big Chungus is in this movie.
I would have loved that, but it was so ill placed. It's they did not even. Yeah, no, it was. It was so plastic silicon, weird AI shit, which I get is kind of what the movie was about, because the main villain of the film is the algorithm.
Algorithm.
Okay, well, on that one, but he did play it well.
Don Cheadle's a good actor, right?
But considering it was so poorly written, so it's we developed this idea because the AI developed it, and now he sucks it in because it's the kids is trying to. It's why does the AI even care about the corporation at this point?
I don't. You know what I didn't understand? So the like Maggie mentioned, the entire idea of this movie is LeBron and his son don't get along, and then there's a algorithm that wants to work with LeBron, and LeBron says no, so it zaps him and his son into the machine, and it pits into the serververse, the Warner Brothers serververse, and it pits his son against LeBron, and his son goes and essentially does the Monstars thing with a bunch of real basketball players like Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Diana Taurasi, and Kenka Omowaki, the two female basketball players, which I did appreciate a lot.
Actually, I appreciated that move in general. Yeah, I spoiled that for myself. I'm oh, cool. So it's not just the LeBron show, because for the first half, it does kind of feel like the LeBron show.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is definitely the LeBron show. And to your point, the first half of the movie and the second half of the movie are almost two separate movies, very disparate. But so then the idea of the movie is LeBron has to play his son in the game that his son created that LeBron does not understand because LeBron is a jock, not a nerd.
Even though it's based on basketball, so good job.
He's like, style points? Like, yes, because when you go on the court, LeBron, you bounce the ball up and down and then you lay it up. That's all you ever do. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the entire movie is you have LeBron facing his son and the team of the Monstars, the Goon Squad, with LeBron's team of the Looney Tunes. But the first half of the movie is LeBron getting the Looney Tunes back together.
Yeah, it's the team assemble type of shit.
For half an hour.
I know. Well, and what the dumbest part about is, in that half hour of time, they accomplished nothing but a montage of superimposed animation over top of property that they dug up from the trash that they I guess we could show like clips of Mad Max. That's hip. Or hey, how about the spy who shagged me? We could just glue Elmer Fudd on there because he's bald. It was so grating. It was so grating.
What about the Casablanca one? You left out the worst of the worst. Like,
that was pretty rough.
Who is that for?
Honestly, I think I was more annoyed by them referencing the 90s Superman and Batman animated series.
And then never letting either character talk. No characters talked, too.
Well, and they don't even superimpose on that one. They reanimated and redid backgrounds for it. And it's like, why did you put effort crapifying that shit to make sure that it matches this crappy ass animation the animation wasn't crappy ass, it was just a different style. And I get that they were trying
corporate
to be gracious. Well, yeah, and I'm sure those animators just loved working on that project. So I'll let them go on that one. But it's like, and then you just do the laziest superimposing Kung Pao levels of that.
It's like Forrest Gump.
Oh, yeah, it is. It very much is.
It's lazy.
Yeah, when it could have been something a lot more productive.
Have you ever wanted to dive deeper into the horror movies you love? Beyond the Blood is a horror podcast for fans who want more than just surface level screams. We do deep dives into the movies that shaped us, digging into director commentaries, behind the scenes stories, deleted scenes, and the special features that most people skip. Each episode is a love letter to the genre. We break down how these films were made, the creative risks that paid off or didn't, and the lasting impact they've had on the genre as a whole. From 70s slashers to modern nightmares, we celebrate the craft, chaos, and characters that keep us coming back. If you're the kind of fan who rewatches movies with the commentary on, or you simply grew up in the video store horror aisle, the Beyond the Blood podcast was made for you. New episodes every single week. Subscribe, and let's dig deep. Welcome to the Beyond the Blood podcast.
With the 30 minutes of time.
And I think for me, the most disappointing part of all of this, for me at least, is, like you said, they have this opportunity to tell an interesting story. Because, I mean, I would
take another high risk. Why not?
I would contend personally that this movie could have been something really special because they do have all these properties now. They do. And not that they didn't then. I'm not sure if they did then, to be perfectly fair, but I will say that regardless of if they had them then, they have them now. And you know what they do instead of actually doing something interesting? They have a bunch of fucking cosplayers standing around a basketball court while LeBron and his son play basketball. They literally have people dressed up like The Mask, Mr. Freeze, Agent Smith,
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I would say the Night Stalkers, but the what are they called from Game of Thrones? The Ice Walkers.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I actually have only seen
Don't educate yourself. It's not important. That show is fucking garbage. I mean, it is. I've never watched a show where the entire fan base turned against it in the last 2 seasons. Yeah, and fair. And nobody involved wants to talk about it anymore. And the 2 guys who made the show don't have careers now. So sorry.
Oopsie.
But and the book series will never get finished, so the fans will doubly be left out in the cold by the people who make it. So, but they have like every cosplaying WB thing known to man, and they have a CGI King Kong, CGI Iron Giant. It's like they threw the kitchen sink and everything out the window.
I forgot Iron Giant was a WB one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just makes me hate the corporation because, once again, I told you the minute I stopped watching the movie, and I'll say it again, it was just WB masturbating in front of us for 2 hours. And it's like, oh.
Well, for me, it feels massively unnecessary because they, like you said, the first half of the movie is LeBron putting the team together, which it's just them going to The Matrix and Mad Max and Casablanca and Game of Thrones. And it's like,
they don't spend enough time to really develop it for it to even be fun. They just stop and then do like a series of back-to-back reference jokes, and then they leave and continue on. And it's
remember The Matrix? Remember Mad Max? It's like, but what is the point?
Right. It was
like, I don't know.
Relatability and nostalgia. Like, you guys remember this.
But like, that's what I don't get. Who is this film for? Is it for us? Or is it for people?
Whoever has money, I guess.
Well, I don't. It's you know, that's what I don't understand.
It's such a wide net that it's really hard to decipher because obviously they're nostalgia farming, but they're also trying to cater to a new audience,
right?
Hence why there was so many meme references and shit like that,
and a hip hop interlude between Don Cheadle and Porky Pig. It's like they don't look. I would contend if you make this movie, you should have just made it for people our age because kids today don't give a shit about Space Jam.
Yeah.
Right? Give it an edge. Give it an edge.
I could see them going to Space Jam and that's how they know Looney Tunes. Because, like, if it's nostalgia, then obviously the parents that are our age would show their kids Space Jam because it's like, oh, yeah, this is a cool kids movie, whatever.
Sure.
So I could see that being like an heirloom type of pickup, but it's still just so bizarre. They cast way too wide of a net and they tried to be so many different things instead of really focusing up and doing the less is more tactic where I would have almost preferred it if the movie was LeBron and his kid get sucked into whatever WB. And the whole movie was Bugs trying to get his friends back together and fall in love with the franchise again. Is it still corporate and schmaltzy? Absolutely. But it's a lot better than trying to throw everything in the kitchen sink at us. Like, it's way too much stuff going on.
Well, and then you have, again, it feels like two movies because the first half is a kind of like a road film of like, let's get the gang back together. And then it just settles into a generic basketball movie.
Right. Like, I would have loved to watch just like a nice 15-minute sandwich of a chunk of Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote in Mad Max world and LeBron James and Bugs Bunny trying to talk him down and be like, no, you should come with us. Like, is this really making you happy? Like, I would have loved that.
I'm with you. And I think to your point, it really shows the limitations of what it doesn't show the limitations of. What it shows is Warner Brothers didn't want to commit. They just wanted to have it both ways, right?
No,
they wanted to be able to just
easy, popular decisions.
Right, which is like, let's just show a bunch of seemingly unrelated references, you know, rapid fire, and then let's get to the basketball stuff.
Because that's initially why you're here. Because I mean, LeBron James is here, you see.
Yeah, so you're here. Like that's the thing, right? I don't know how to say this without it sounding strange, but like, LeBron James is a talented basketball player in real life. Why the fuck does it matter if he's a good basketball player in a movie? It's a fucking movie. Do you know what I mean? It's not, you know, like in something like, oh God, the film with Keanu and Gene Hackman. It's a football movie.
Fuck. What
The Replacements.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Keanu is not a football player. Rice Ifans is not a fucking kicker. I don't believe for a second that that's them on the field, that they're doing any of that stuff. But the movie does a good enough job of convincing me that I play along. Yeah. I don't fucking care in this movie if LeBron plays basketball or not. Do you know what I mean? He's so talented. Why do you don't have to convince me he's a good basketball player. I know he's a good basketball player.
Yeah, well, and I don't think like the movie was necessarily trying to convince. It's another situation.
Then why have a giant basketball game in the movie?
it's the same situation of shit or get off the pot with this movie, because it would have been cool if this whole movie was like on par with Air Bud, where it's just about basketball. Like, even the OG Space Jam had more basketball in it.
I mean, they played a basketball game in that movie. In this movie, they're playing Dom Ball, which is his son's game, which is essentially like, this movie could be titled Space Jam NBA Jam. You know, I mean, like, that's what it is. It's essentially the video game NBA Jam.
One, especially when they made the reference to those fucking Game Boy Bugs Bunny games. I grew up with those. And I was like, ooh, because I'm like, maybe they'll take that turn. And they never took that goddamn turn.
Well, they took the turn of,
awesome.
That's why he doesn't like video games.
Yeah, like he was, okay, that wasn't a strong enough reason, but I would have loved it if it was like video game logic applied to this basketball game. Like, I would have been down for that. Let's assemble the squad, let's play some basketball from the Atari 7800, and let's move on with our lives. But no, it just floundered. I can appreciate LeBron James being poster child for the basketball, but I would have liked it to either be featured or not at all. Because this weird half in, half out, it isn't effective. And yeah, exactly. To like, your case, it's like, why do I care?
Yeah,
it's like you're right.
Yeah, like I know LeBron is a good basketball player in real life. Why the fuck would I want to see him jumping around and like flying through the air? That's
Unless
not interesting.
Unless he goes like Harlem Globetrotter level, where it's like, let's try a cool trick, and that's like his finishing move for his style points. And it's like, no, he's just shooting hoops.
Yeah, and then, you know, they kind of center him around everybody else, and they're the ones doing all the weird stuff.
Which is so bizarre, because they had so many great opportunities where he could have actually like shown, because you could tell he was like having fun with it at the very least. Yeah. Even when the voice acting was kind of phone in, because it's kind of hard to be a voice actor if you're not a voice actor. There's a lot of minutia with the timing and shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, that's why I give him a pass on this one. He at least sounded enthusiastic about it.
Hey, I'm a Hufflepuff. I knew it.
Oh, wow. I like the little beard and hair switch. It's like, wow, I'm not used to this. And it's like, dude, you just did the cartoon thing, though. Yeah. Whatever. I digress.
I'm a Hufflepuff now. It's like, who gives a shit? Like,
yeah, cute. Because reference, doesn't everybody love Harry Potter?
Yeah, it does feel very like, hello, fellow kids.
It is. Like I said, that's exactly how it was framed.
And they could have avoided that by just playing to a different audience. Like, this should have just played to people our age. Yeah, I don't know
if they wanted that to happen. That should have just been their goal. What the hell?
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand the audience that this is for. Because, like,
was it for WB just as a little gift to them? Like, let's make a movie for us.
It's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because, again, you have all these people cosplaying. You have Pennywise and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, who is this for? Like, oh, look, there's Pennywise. Like, great.
Cool.
So what? Like, what does that add to the movie? Nothing. Nothing. Like, just like, why are Rick and Morty in this movie? That felt the most, just like, of all the things, I was just like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Kids don't know who the fuck that is. Like, maybe they do. Maybe kids know who maybe 6-year-olds know who Rick and Morty are.
Yeah. I mean, we grew up with The Simpsons, so I was named after The Simpsons, so.
That's fair, but The Simpsons always felt a little bit more genial than Rick and Morty.
Oh, well, I mean, it's, 50-50 on that one. Once again, we know
cringy.
Why they're there.
It's cringy.
We know why it's there.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's just for the cash and dollar. Yeah.
Yeah. I know why Rick and Morty is there for sure.
I know your tricks and traps, WB.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's like it's like another check the fucking box. Rick and Morty.
Right, exactly. It should have come with like a.
Hello, this is Chris Haskell from They Live by Film. For those that don't know us, Adam, Zach, and I, we built a podcast over the last 2 years that's a combination of film discussion from 3 very different perspectives, as well as industry interviews with the leaders in boutique Blu-ray and 4K community. We started with Deaf Crocodile, but over time we've been lucky enough to speak with Arrow Video, Severin, Mondo Macabro, Vinegar Syndrome, Radiance, Indicator, most of the OCN partner labels. It's been a blast. You can find us wherever you podcast, and also actually recently as part of Someone's Favorite Production Podcast Network. We hope to see you online.
bingo sheet so you could be like, oh, let's
You know what they
spot them all.
You know what they should have done? And this is what I thought they were going to do. I thought that the Goon Squad was going to be made up of WB property villains.
That would have been fun.
I was more fun than what we got.
I know. I was expecting the Goon Squad to be other basketball players, because I was almost thinking that they would go the angle where it's like LeBron's on the up and up. He has a big head and he's not really paying attention to his kids. So like his fellow players would like team up with the properties to kind of be me. I fucking
that would have made more sense. I mean, again,
Space Jam was so batshit where I'm like, what would I even expect for them to top it? And it's like, oh, because they're not trying to top themselves. They're just trying to fucking get money.
What I don't understand is, so they have these characters that the human beings get warped into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So are they then, is that Anthony Davis as that version of himself corrupted in the game? Because I assume he was beamed into the game, or is that just someone that looks like Anthony Davis that is then turned into a bird? Which again,
then why would you just not go to that? If that
right. Well, that's my point. Like in the original, they make it very clear that what happened was the little creatures steal the essence. Their ability to play basketball is stolen.
Yeah.
And they make like a big point of that because like at the end of the movie, they all get their powers back and all that, which I appreciate. That makes sense. Like they're imbued, like it's like that Like Mike movie, right? It's like imbued with the power of the person. What I don't get in this movie is like, are they imbued with the power? Are those video game versions, or is that actually them? Because none of it makes sense. Because if it's actually them, why would they want to stay in the game forever? Because if they lose, they all stay there, which I would assume they don't want.
Right.
So why wouldn't they just... It makes no sense. Again, if you think about this movie for 2 seconds, there's like a throwaway line in there that they should have just thrown in and been like, it's just a copy. It's not really them. Like, okay.
Yeah, if they really just wanted to phone it in. I also... it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to hate on the movie because... you can see traces of really good ideas underneath just this mass pile of topsoil bullshit. It's crazy because I would have also liked if they wanted to stick with the algorithm and older like ball player thing, like why wouldn't the algorithm just go to the next most popular basketball player? Then they get a twofer where they get both, and then they could really like hammer in being like, oh no, we sided with this, and then they get the monster powers. So then LeBron's like, well, how can I compete with this? And then his son can then help him because he knows the video game nonsense. He could be like, yeah, I got you some extra style points, Dad.
You're writing a better movie.
Because that's how I watched bad movies. That's why I love bad movies. But this one was pissing me off because it's like there were so many opportunities.
Oh no,
so many.
You know, if they had done that, I think that would have been a better idea. Like, why not have it be two basketball players, LeBron and somebody else?
That way, he's teaming up with his son and realizing that his programming skills are like pretty top notch,
as opposed to his son being essentially the secondary villain for 3/4 of the movie,
being groomed by a computer. Yeah. That wasn't awkward at all.
When you put it that way.
I'm just saying, that's exactly what we watched.
It really is a poor... Not only is it a poor facsimile of the original film, which I think it's a facsimile of the original film in a lot of ways, given that there's a basketball game with high stakes, blah, 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 whatever.
It was intended to be a commercial, so okay, fine. But I'm so tired of making excuses for these bullshit movies. Just
I know.
Give us original concepts and stick with them, you freaks.
Yeah,
You have the monopoly on it. Why are you just sitting on it and acting like you did the best you could? You did not. You did nothing.
I don't get it, because like you said, they literally have all those properties, and yet this was the most creative thing.
Yeah.
It's not creative.
Where it's like, man, I almost prefer sitting through all of the Fantastic Four movies up to this point, because at least they tried something different. Were they terrible? Absolutely. They were hot dog shit. But they tried. It's something different. It's just this homogenized humor level that we're constantly being exposed to that pisses me off so badly.
And nothing personifies that more than Ernie Johnson Jr. and Lil Rel Howery. They what the fuck were they like? Talk about phoning it in. right?
Just infuriating, man. Infuriating.
It's like they just sat there and just said, nah, whatever. Like
how much are you paying us? Yeah. Okay, we'll show up. Fine.
I will say that there is a moment in this movie that did get a genuine laugh out of me. It is Michael Jordan's cameo in the movie.
Oh yeah,
Michael B. Jordan. That's funny. Like, ha ha.
I like it.
Yeah,
okay.
That's funny, right? Like that's clever. But that's it. Like that's like that. If the whole movie is for that one moment, you could skip this movie because that's kind of it. There's nothing. Yeah. There is nothing in this movie that I would, off the top of my head, say is worth watching it for. Because they have all these properties, they do nothing with them. They have all these people dressed up as these characters, they do nothing with them. They have LeBron, they do nothing with it. They have good actors, good voice actors, great basketball players, they do nothing with them.
It's solid animation too.
Yeah, I mean it's a well-made movie because of course it's like $150 million movie. For fuck's sake, I would hope.
And they had their poor employees work on it for half a century. So
yeah,
if you want to see the light of day, you animate it till it's good.
Yeah, that is, I think for a lot of things like this, I kind of have this internal theory of like the longer it takes for something to come out, the harder it is for that thing to be good.
It doesn't live up to the hype, and it's hard to compete with hype, especially when you do the
bare minimum.
Net. Well, and the net method. I've often found that the reason why I'm disappointed is because I had one specific narrative in mind. And if it were another specific narrative, I think I'd be a little less salty about it. But this was just so pandering at times where it's just like, you almost had it. It was definitely just a product of a bunch of people trying to get as many properties mentioned as humanly possible, because when else are we going to do this? Am I right? It's like WB. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit would not exist today strictly because people don't want to cough up the cash to have both properties show up. And that was even a big deal back then, but there's no way in hell they would cross-reference now.
No. No, if they made
it's insane to me.
If they made Who Framed Roger Rabbit now, they would include like Marvel characters and stuff, right? Right? Like it's a Disney movie. Like, wouldn't they be stupid not to reference all the things that they own? I would think that they shouldn't. I mean, again, for me...
Right. But the fact that it was a collab, it had Looney Tunes and Disney properties as well as just kind of everything else.
That's fair.
Like, they had to negotiate hard to get that to happen. And they had to, like, make sure that the timing was exact on how much exposure was on both. If that happened today,
wouldn't happen.
Oh, man.
Disney and Warner Brothers would not work together on a project.
You would have to have so much fucking money.
Yeah.
You would have to have Spaceship Cruise money.
I mean, look at what happened when perfect example. Look what happened when Marvel wanted to make a Spider-Man movie, a property that they theoretically own, but sold or rented out to Sony. And then the whole thing, they made some movies and then they had a falling out. Now they're back together. Like, and that was just over one character.
Yeah. It's crazy having so many companies just have a monopoly on everything that exists now. That's why it's like, why aren't we funding original ideas? Because wouldn't you prefer that than the same shit? It's just, I'm so fucking tired of it. Like, I get such a stick up my ass about rehashing. I love reimagining stuff, but it's like the fact that is literally like 98% of what we're given to watch. That's fucked, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm with you. I mean, have you seen Fear Street yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so Fear Street, in my mind, is tasked with a similar problem that this has, which is trying to make something for people our age. Because that movie's made for people our age. Like,
yeah, because of the books that came out then.
Because of the books that came out when we were kids. That movie series is made for people our age. Yes. But it approaches the source material from a place of love, but also understanding that it needs to do a lot more than just go, look at this, at this, to get people to be invested. And I was invested in all three of those movies. This movie just goes, look at all these cool things we've got, and that's it. And there was a time, there was a place, and there are people who like that. I don't think that this movie fills that. I don't think that this movie checks any of those boxes.
Right. It's very conflicting. Like I said, I really was racking my brain to find some likenesses that I enjoyed. And it's like I enjoy like a bunch of the ideas that they started. And a lot of the times I was just telling myself, at least it's self-aware. And it's like, that almost makes it worse now thinking back, because I kept repeating that. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, they're being self-aware. But then they're still kind of giving this mediocre nonsense. And so it's like, how many times do I have to say that about modern movies? Like, well, it's self-aware. It knows what it is. And it's like, so?
Feels like a cop-out.
Yeah, it totally does.
Because it
just
is.
Does.
Because it is. I mean, if like you said, if you essentially hang a lantern on the fact that this is enough, and it's clearly not close to good entertainment, then you just don't fucking care.
It was like eating
simple as that.
McDonald's. It just did not fill me up the way that I needed, and I'm hungry 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
And I feel like shit.
Well, and that's the thing. This is a 2-hour-long movie.
Right. Unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. They used that time so poorly.
Is this like this weird thing now where nothing can be shorter than 2 hours? You notice that?
The 95 minutes is like the golden hour for movies for me. I like when a script is like that concise, but it still has a little bit of meandering time.
Yeah.
I could watch it twice in one day if I wanted to. This stuff is exhausting. It's terrible.
It's 2 hours. This movie does not need to be 2 hours. And you know what? If it needed to be 2 hours, it would have, in my mind, justified that length. It didn't. It didn't even come close.
It didn't have too much to add to a conversation that already didn't have much to say to begin with.
Yeah, we saw the first movie's basketball game. This basketball game ends the same way. The good guy wins, the bad guy loses.
Yeah.
The end.
He goes home.
Yeah, the end. Like, that's... If this is what we waited 15 years for... Is that right? 15 years,
Something like that. Yeah.
If this is what we waited, I say we as the societal.
Right,
societal
we were waiting. We were like, okay, whatever, bye.
Yeah, the societal we, the perception that they had when they made this movie was, we've been waiting 15 years for Space Jam, the sequel. Yeah. I can say...
In whatever iteration it was.
Right. I can say, as I'm sure you could, that if this is the best that you guys could do in 15 years... $10 million a year, essentially. Let's just say this movie's budget is $150 million, which is what it is. They spent $10 million for 15 years trying to make this movie happen. And this is what we get? This is the best you've got? You guys to taken that money and literally thrown it in a fucking dumpster and lit it on fire. Because you did the barest of bare minimum, and even then it was so fucking little that it feels like nothing at all. Devoid of substance to a degree that I don't like. I'm surprised how little this movie does with as much as it's given. Given the free reign of the WB properties, holy shit, that's insane! Like, you're given a fucking key. You are given the skeleton key to everything, and this is it.
Yeah, no, it was too many cooks in the kitchen, and honestly, I would rally for Race Jam to exist. I want to see Danica Patrick.
I would watch that. I would watch anything other than another Space Jam basketball movie.
Right. Oh, man. It reminded me... Similar rages, because I was trying to think of past movies that I have hated with such a passion. And once again, I don't hate it. It was just very pandering and it was upsetting, but I did rage quit. So I have to give that some credit. But the last movie that I watched that I rage quit was Pluto Nash. And it's like, I have a bit more respect for Pluto Nash now.
I mean, at least Pluto Nash does something.
They had some kind of story. It was a terrible one, but they tried. They tried a little bit harder than this weird panel audience being like, oh, what else is popular that we could do?
Casablanca.
Right. Oh, I know what the kids will like. What's the fat bunny one where he's imitating Elmer Fudd?
Yeah, Big Chungus, hilarious.
Yeah, I love Big Chungus.
I love Big Chungus too, but not in this movie.
Impact. No! And it was so fast. It's like, dude, they even had a perfect setup, and I was trying to figure out when it was going to happen because I knew it was going to happen. Why wouldn't it? Just
look, they own all these things. They own Game of Thrones.
They're just flaunting it.
They own Game of Thrones. They own what's really sad is they own Game of Thrones. They let Game of Thrones get ruined by the people who made the show, and then they thought that we give a shit enough about the show to want to see any more of it. I literally have no interest in seeing anything Game of Thrones ever, and I'm not in the minority. It's a majority of the fans of that show. People who watch that show from the first season to the end, it is a majority opinion that people were disappointed, and the idea that they are so out of touch that they think that anyone gives a shit about Game of Thrones anymore is wild to me. Like, nobody fucking cares about Game of Thrones at all. Like, hey, you put more of a focus on Harry Potter. I mean, maybe not, because that fan base is equally fucked. You know, Mad Max, DC, Matrix, something. Fuck off, God.
Those would have been pretty cool.
So many things. Go to the well. Go do something fucking weird. Like, actually.
Just go outside. Turn off your TV. Go the fuck outside. Check out a lake. Have you seen a lake?
Anything. It's so fucking self-referential and lazy.
Yeah. Such a shame.
It's like the kid at school who had all the cool Pokemon cards but never actually played Pokemon. It's like
that's the kid that
you don't even understand what you have, but you're just turning through the pages like showing everybody.
Collectible holographic.
Yeah, it's like, so what if you don't play? If you're not actively using those,
take it out of the case at all? Yeah, no. Okay, well,
okay. Yeah, so you don't even understand the value of it. Because like you said, they're sitting on all these properties that they do nothing with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the fucking Looney Tunes. I mean, thank God we have those cartoons now, but that's barely anything.
Well, and I was about to say, those are okay for what it is. I just have to accept the fact that because I'm a completely different age from the actual, like, children that are watching this, it's going to be a different set of humor. But even comparing the contemporary cartoon of the Looney Tunes show and the way that they act in this movie, it's still vastly different. It's kind of impressive.
Still this movie is more Hello Kidsy than those new cartoons are. Those new cartoons are strange, but at least they have their own sense of style.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of its own thing. It might as well be like whenever they would do like the baby versions of whatever, and it was just kind of its own property at the time. Like, that's essentially what I view that as.
I mean, I want someone to reinterpret those characters through their own lens. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
This is not that. This is essentially like they're picking up the characters right from where they were in Space Jam.
Yeah.
This is the same Bugs Bunny from Space Jam, and that Bugs Bunny in Space Jam didn't feel very Bugs Bunny-y either.
Right.
So they're just continuing it. This is not good. This is such a corporate movie by committee, just cheap ad ploy. It's so lazy.
Yeah, it's like doing group work in school.
It's the
You're
worst.
Not going to like the end product.
It's the worst thing I've seen on HBO Max this year.
Oof.
And that's saying something over the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Yeah. Which, oh my God.
I would rather watch that. I would rather watch that again. Like, I would rather watch the Snyder Cut over this, because at least the Snyder Cut is just
has
weird.
A hot dog scene.
Yeah, and I didn't know if you'd seen it, or I didn't know if you'd seen it or not.
I have.
Wow.
I've at least gotten the highlight reel from my friend that's very into comic properties in general.
But at least that's. I mean, is it bad? Yes. Is it weird? Yes. Does it being
I'll
weird?
Take weird.
Yeah. Like,
over
I will
safe.
I will take
Fuck
weird.
safe.
Yeah. I will take weird failures over like successful bland attempts at pandery advertising.
Just don't be boring. Why are you boring? Animation should never be boring. If your animation is boring, you're either doing some art house shit or you are doing it wrong.
And look, this movie did not make nearly as much money as the original. Yes, I know that's because of COVID, but this movie was, is a $150 million movie.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it was filmed on a green screen. Almost all of it is filmed on a set. It feels very set bound.
Which, it's fine if you can roll with it, but it fell a little short for me.
Fell a lot short. Fell a lot short for me.
I'm desperately trying to be nice, because otherwise I will hit that same existential crisis I hit last night, being like, why? How could they make this and nobody gets money? And there's so many independent writers out there that could actually make a decent script, and yet here we are.
Yeah. Oh no, it feels like they just went to people in Hollywood who they were like, okay, just like write something. Just write something. Like Write what you think people would like.
It's like Scenes from a Hat, but instead of the classic crew from Whose Line, it's just like office people.
Yeah. Like, what would people like to see? LeBron as a Harry Potter character. Okay, we gave it to him. What would like to see?
Hufflepuff, because that's not the popular one, right?
Yeah, it's like, what? It's all very sad and disappointing and just lame. It's lame. It's a lame movie.
They had key opportunities, and they had some great people behind it. They could have done just a scotch more.
They could have literally done anything. If they're given the opportunity, if you're given the keys to the Warner Brothers kingdom, like they seemingly were, and this is it. I could
also see WB being like, but keep it appropriate, all right? Because I don't know how much of this is corporate squirreling and how much of it was just like test audience.
I mean, they put Mad Max in the movie to begin with. There was a writer's room where they were kicking around ideas of what properties they could and couldn't use in the movie part of the film, like that part of the film, that kind of like span. Yeah. And it's DC, Mad Max, Casablanca, Austin Powers, and Game of Thrones, right?
Those were the ones that were key anyway. Then there were just like throwaway lines that were referenced to other things, as well as the background character cosplay syndicate that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I would be curious to know what the behind the scenes looked like throughout this whole entire thing. I would like some honest background knowledge on this, because it's hard for me to care one way or another, because like I sympathize with whoever worked on it, because you could tell that there was mass amounts of effort, except for in everything surrounding it.
I wonder what was left on the cutting room floor of those ideas. Like, what weren't they allowed to do? Like, did they pitch a Harry Potter? They were like, nah, we can't really, like...
We can't do that. It costs too much.
Do you think they couldn't do it because those are movies involving kids and it would have made no sense? Is there like a...
I think it would be a matter of like where the money goes, since that isn't one of their original ideas. It was bought off of somebody. I bet royalties is an issue. So they probably only had to pay so much just to draw a Hufflepuff sweater on him for 5 minutes. I'm assuming that's probably what it is, because just like everything in this movie, it revolves around money.
That's fair. I hadn't thought about that.
Plot. But yeah, no, because that isn't one of their original properties. Same with Game of Thrones.
I guess they don't really have
but that was like, 5 seconds worth of a dragon.
Yeah, right? That's fair. They don't show the show. They just show, was it Foghorn Leghorn riding a dragon?
Yeah, or something like that. It felt like a fever dream. I might as well have like slammed Benadryl and written a script. That would have been almost the same.
I guess, yeah. So the ones that they had that they used were DC, which at this point is like, it is Warner Brothers.
They do own, yes.
Mad Max.
Especially the animation, which
they do concept. Own. Mm-hmm. And The Matrix and Casablanca. Those are the movies that they actually go into.
And Austin Powers. So yes.
So it is literally their only things.
Properties.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that makes me even more disappointed.
They could only pay. Well, once again, it's just like the Roger Rabbit thing, where they had to have the equivalent amount of time on
They're
the screen.
on screen together. They being Mickey and
outside
Bugs.
Property that they had to, finagle. Well, we could get away with having 5 minutes and this amount. We can't have Harry Potter in there, but
yeah, we can't actually have Harry Potter.
No,
just
we can't have anybody
evocation of Harry Potter.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, no. Thinking about it even more holistically, like that's even worse. I mean, again, it's just like it's
painfully money driven. Money driven.
This leaves a bad taste in your mouth,
doesn't it?
It feels like my hope is that this is not some sort of like pivot point, because I don't think this movie is very successful. But I hope it's not some sort of pivot point where every studio starts trying to do something like this.
Oh, Chris, I hate to burst your bubble, but
if this were more successful,
everybody's really been gunning for the universe of their own type of motif ever since Disney.
Yeah, but this doesn't feel like that.
Nostalgia farming, universe building.
But universe building and nostalgia farming are kind of different, right? I guess they could be the same thing, but I think they're mutually exclusive.
If you can scattershot a bunch of nostalgia at once, you might as well.
That's fair.
If you own the property, what's stopping you?
I mean, again,
it's trying to get larger audience.
I agree. I mean, I get it. I
whack.
Yeah, I mean, it really is like the bottom line not only drives the movie, but the production and the script and everything.
It's spooky. Yeah, I hate once you've hit an age where the silver screen is just reality with a bunch of dollar signs, and it's like,
it's
I wanted it to be magic, goddammit.
Yeah, it feels like they've look, as much as I'm not a fan of the original movie, it does have some magic and some charm seeing Michael Jordan on screen.
It's fun to watch. It truly is. It's bizarre and annoying, but I did enjoy watching it for laughing at it.
I'd rather watch the first one because at least the first one felt unique, felt kind of novel at the time.
And it was a singular line. It didn't really branch outside of those two properties. They're like, nope, this is it. They link up, they go on an adventure, then they're back.
And the Looney Tunes in this movie are of all the things that are underserved in this movie, the Looney Tunes are probably the most.
Which sucked because, I mean, it was promising animation and they could have maybe expanded on the characters a little bit more if they were given more screen time, but they were way too distracted with throwing everything else in.
Yeah, which is not again, for me, it should have been Looney Tunes and LeBron, and then everything else, you can show it, but don't make that the focal point, and that was the focal point.
Yeah, it was very intrusive.
Yes.
To whatever plot you managed to get. Because honestly, I enjoyed watching the segments where it was just LeBron and his kid. I felt that because they're, I almost said daughter and son. Wow. Not that. Wow. Because it was father and son, they had a good dynamic. And honestly, the kid wasn't obnoxious. I'm always I'm always wary of children actors, especially put in that position where, LeBron isn't an actor and he isn't an actor either. But they had enough charisma between the two where I enjoyed seeing their dynamic. But you get maybe 10 minutes of them together and then it's pitted against each other, and that's it. And even if the narrow field was just those two against the WB property, okay.
Yeah.
Why not? We got to get out of this algorithm. Let's do it.
Yeah. And look, Don Cheadle is good. I mean, Don Cheadle's having a fun time, right?
Oh my gosh. And he's just a wonder. I love that dude.
Yeah, he's great.
He plays a good villain. I would love to see him in a villain role properly next time.
Look, I like Don Cheadle a lot. He's one of those actors who anytime he shows up in something, he's great. I'm glad he's part of the MCU, which means he's set for life. So good for him. He can work on weird shit that he wants to work on and never have to worry about money because he's making that War Machine money.
Damn straight.
But again, this movie doesn't even serve his character very well.
No, it was just a flimsy excuse to be self-aware. It's the same reason why, it's the identical reason why I hate Ralph Wrecks the Internet. Because Wreck-It Ralph was an excellent movie for referencing all of these little nuggets, but then you throw the internet and it's just too much. You have to narrow your field. Throwback arcade machines, awesome. And they hit a lot of points. But as soon as you start getting I'm going to be the issue because I've fallen from grace and check out all the attention I'm getting and it being the downfall. The algorithm controls everything and makes everything prominent and whatever. And now it's out of control. It's just come on. Just
because you have more stuff doesn't necessarily mean you should be constantly referencing it.
No, exactly. Just cinch it up. Cinch it up a bit.
Being smart about how you use being able to reference things. Mm-hmm. That is like they say in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility, right? You have that power. So don't do what this movie did and just throw everything. I mean, the Droogs have no purpose being in this film. I know that it's a cosplaying thing, but some of the things
that's really dark.
And the Night King from Game of Thrones, why is it in here? It's so strange. And they have Mr. Freeze and Agent Smith. It's I just don't get it. It's just, who is this for? Nobody is the answer. And
the wider audience, a very vaguedom. It's whoever will watch it, I guess.
Yeah. I guess given that we're still in a pandemic and we're starved for new content, this is the drip, drip, drip of new content feeding. And this is, Disney and putting out their Loki and Black Widow. And then Warner Brothers is putting out this.
Yep.
Great.
Okay. Right. Good job, guys.
So, skip it or watch it, Maggie.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Watch it every fucking day, baby. No, just that. This is a pass. There is no smash or pass. This is just pass and pass. You can either pass kindly or pass angrily.
Yeah, pass kindly as in just don't watch it, or pass angrily, start watching and then turn it off.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a skip. I've seen it twice now. It's not good. It's just, it's not even not good. It's just so not a thing that like, I don't even care.
Yeah, because I could totally see recommending it to certain peeps that are like, oh yeah, I really like the original. It was kind of fun and goofy and wacky. And it's like, I mean, you can check it out, I guess.
I'm not even sure I would suggest it to somebody who liked the original. Like, I would just be like, you've already seen this movie.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
You don't want to see it slapped across the face.
Like, if you were nostalgic for the original movie, this is not going to be, you're not going to like this movie.
Oh no, unless you have like the bingo card brain where it's like, it's kind of fun hunting for Easter eggs and seeing how much stuff you could see. I could see that.
Sure.
But it's like, no, it pissed me off. It hit a point where it's just like, this is unabashed.
It's just too much.
Oh man, it's a lot.
Excessive.
It's way a lot. Yeah. Like, I don't think I could have like snorted crack and then watched this and caught up. Like, it was just back to back references.
Back to back. It's constant.
Yeah.
It is so much. This is going to be an example used in the future for when this goes too far. I think this is a good example of like nostalgia gone awry.
A bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit. Between then, whatever Disney cranked out.
Yeah, but like, even Disney is Disney's a little bit
they're more aware of their audience.
More nuanced than this.
Yeah, they know their audience.
I mean, look at something like Mandalorian, right? Like, they reference stuff from the Star Wars universe at large.
Yeah, but they pace themselves.
Yeah, and they even bring
in. Can stand alone.
Yeah, they bring things in that, like, I genuinely never thought they would ever address again, like a certain character in The Mandalorian coming back. The character that I'm not even going to say who, but I'm sure we can all make a guess.
It's Dumbledore.
Yeah, it is. But like stuff like that, it's like they know what they have, they know what they want to do with it, and they let it breathe and they let it get to that moment organically.
Yeah. It stands alone on its plot.
Exactly. Even if it's a script, like you said, the nostalgia doesn't drive the plot. The plot has nostalgia in it because
exactly.
Often
you can't have it the other way.
It's not even nostalgia. It's referencing things that happened in the universe, which happen to be other movies.
Hello and welcome to Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys. My name is Hunter. In this podcast, I'll be joined by a different guest each week to discuss a classic Western movie or TV show. I've been a fan of classic Westerns for as long as I can remember, and in recent years, they've become very nostalgic for me. I love the aesthetic, the tropes, and I love seeing different filmmakers' takes on them. At their best, they're incredibly entertaining, rewatchable, and some of my all-time favorite movies are Westerns. We'll mostly focus on Western movies made in Hollywood, but we'll also be covering spaghetti Westerns, and one thing I'm very excited to get into are Western TV shows. I've got some amazing guests coming on the show, film professors, historians, and podcasters, and Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys is part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, and many guests on the show will be from other shows on the network. Thanks for listening.
Movies, which happen to be like, because of course that's the only way we know about this universe in Star Wars is because of the movies and the TV. So they're referencing it, but they're referencing it and continuing to push it forward,
right?
And do things with it. And this is just stagnant.
Yeah, all 5 of its plots do not hold water on their own.
No. So skip it. Big skip.
Skip it. Skip it.
Maybe the
next.
Wow. I thought we agreed no more scatting on this goddamn show.
The skip it from the 90s commercial, I will always reference.
You told me no more scatting on this show, and yet you've scatted more times than I have.
No, did I?
Yeah.
When did I say this?
You were like, you can't scat anymore.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, I'm gonna rebuff on that.
Yeah. I skip it. Go watch Undercover Brother. Malcolm Lee directed that movie, and that movie's fun. Go watch that. Don't watch this.
Right. Watch Airbed. Equally dumb, but at least it's paced well.
Yeah. Just, something.
Watch Pluto Nash so you can feel anger again.
I'm angry. I'm so fucking angry.
I feel so alive.
My heart's beating. Yeah. So yeah, this was a bonus episode of the Kulturecast. So I don't know what the next episode is going to be about, but at some point you and I will talk about something else.
Heck yeah, brother.
Who knows? We'll figure something out. We'll just you and I normally it's just like, you want to watch this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh, You hear this wacky ass shit? It's like, no, but let's.
This is I think, is this the first movie that we both have disliked that we've watched together?
Quite possibly, because Mr. Go, we were both kind of on the fence where
I was like, watch it. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd check it out.
It's weird.
Yeah,
At least it was weird. At least it was weird.
Exactly. It was something new and different. And you know what? That grand finale was kind of worth it.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting a King Kong rumble on a baseball field.
No. So what did we do? We've done Lagan. We did Lagan together. That was good.
Yes. Mr. Go.
Mr. Go.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Space Jam.
Red Line.
Red Line, yes.
And then we've done an episode or two with Jess, Cool World.
Yeah.
So I guess Cool World is probably... Is this... Okay, so is this...
An American Pop.
Yeah. Is this worse than Cool World?
Ugh.
Let's end this podcast on that question.
Oh,
because Jess always asks me, like, is this worse than Kuso? Because this is a bad movie. And it's a man movie, but it verges on bad. Is this worse than Cool World?
You know what? The one thing I will say about Cool World is at least I went through the whole movie. I have watched it multiple times. And I can at least say that its production hell is somewhat excusable for how the product turned out.
That's fair. Not sure so much on this one.
Huh?
Not so much on this one. There's no excuse.
Well, and that's why it's like I would like to know what was going on behind the scenes, because it just something was happening, guys. Like, and this is insane.
And in my mind, they definitely started from square one with this script, because if they had all these other scripts kicking around, they had to have.
Well, and they were waiting for a big star, and instead of checking in with all the stuff that was popular in the thousands and 90s, LeBron James came into fruition, and because he was a more prominent person in reality, they're like, oh, this is our Michael Jordan. And it's just really
because he's literally this generation's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, which, hey, whatever.
Maybe you don't need to be that on the head with it, that on the nose.
Right, just
it also feels like they're trying to further the conversation of like, Michael did this, LeBron also did it,
but then make that the movie.
Stop living in someone else's shadow.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just amazed.
This isn't helping.
No, no, not at all. It's very strange how everybody would prefer the financial. Well, no, it's not strange. It's very obvious. It's painfully obvious why people would go the financial route as opposed to taking a risk.
But does LeBron need money? Does LeBron need money? He has a lifetime contract
that's why
with
risk.
Nike.
That's why you risk that shit. If he's on board, then be like, hey, so what if he played a giant chicken and we just go from there?
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, fuck it. Like, I don't care.
What if you have to play golf instead of basketball in the movie?
What? That was another one of my plotline routes. What if he had to play a different sport in this virtual world because he's fish out of water plot? Why? That man.
That's why I was saying the thing about like, you don't have to convince me he's a good basketball player in real life. I get it. Like, why do a basketball movie? Like,
have fun. Goddamn.
Make him do something else. Like Wipeout or something like, American Ninja or just anything.
Oh, come on. Betsu game.
Like literally anything other than what you did, which was such nothing. It's man.
Or lean way more heavy onto the other side. Like I said, there's several plot lines that would have worked for this setup. It's just all of them and none of them kind of simultaneously happened.
Yeah. No, I agree. So I don't know what the next thing we're going to talk about is. Eventually we'll talk about Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, and the animatronic heads of which.
Harry Potter and Hagrid's animatronic head.
Yeah, that is actually the segment of the classes that I'm part of. It's not Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw. It is Hagrid's animatronic head.
That's my house.
That's my house for life, baby.
Yeah, triple H, Hagrid's head house. House Hagrid's head. That's the house that I'm part of. Is the animatronic
God damn it.
eyes of Hagrid.
That's 100% me, man.
Yeah, we'll have to talk. I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way. You know what? We'll make an excuse to talk about Hagrid.
I still want to take over a month where I can put you through all of like my childhood animation movies.
What are you doing in December?
Oh, hey.
No, what are you doing in December?
No, I'm open, man. If this is a gamble, get ready to gamble.
I'm gambling on Maggie.
Welcome to Maggie's VHS Toy Chest.
So I will, if you want to program a month, Dolan.
Yeah.
Dolan December.
Dolan December, I like it.
See, you know
and
what?
I do like the winter months. That is my.
And I don't want to cover fucking holiday movies.
No.
That shit's,
no.
Unless it was some like weird list of things that like, unless it's a weird list of like weird holiday stuff.
Like
I hate
an
holiday.
Arbor Day film. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so let's so right here, right now, you don't have to tell me what you're talking about, but yeah, December is all yours.
Excellent.
So you have the and guess what? If you want to be on every episode, you can.
Oh yeah.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I can span at the time, goddammit. I can span at the time.
Yeah. So you have the month of December. So we don't know what December's going to be, but Maggie's going to help program it, and it's going to be fun. I know
it's
that
going to be
much.
Different and risky. That's
See, and I'm okay with that. I would rather watch things I've never seen and watch movies and things that make other people happy that they care about. Because I've watched a lot of my stuff already. And like, I don't want to talk about the stuff I like on this show. Because like, I like Goodfellas. Let's talk about it. Like, let's not. Let's talk about what someone else likes.
Right.
I mean, we know why Goodfellas is a good movie. Like, you don't have to hear it from me. Like, you can hear it from people smarter than me.
Well, my whole thing is I like the diverse package of movie likenesses because you can have the same conversation, but because you're into different stuff, it comes from a whole different perspective.
Right. Exactly.
I always enjoy that because it keeps me on my toes because I don't want to be making material just for me all my life. I want to include other people.
Exactly. So Maggie's going to program December. Until then, Maggie, where could people find you if they wanted to?
I'm invisible, so that's impossible. But if you tried really hard, Instagram at Maggie the Odd, YouTube under the same name, and I also have some comics on Webtoons Canvas, Worst Halloween Special, and Not Lost But Gone Before.
And we've shared those links, so if you know the Facebook for the podcast, they're there too. So you can go and find the links to Maggie's art, because we share the art that Maggie makes, because duh, why wouldn't we?
We share and we care.
Yeah, we share and we care. As for me, you can find me at cstachiw.com. That is my link tree. That's where you can go and find all the things that I work on. Some of the stuff that I work on, Maggie's been on. Maggie still needs to get on an episode of Scary Stories We Tell at some point.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. We had a little bit of a scheduling snafu, but we'll work through it as we do with all things in regards to scheduling. And yeah, that's where you can find me. Patreon.com is where you can go and listen to Maggie and I talk about Mr. Bean for $1. That's all it takes. And hey, you know what? Mr. Bean's cool. If you've slept on the Mr. Bean movie, watch it. Wake up. Yeah, wake the fuck
bitches.
up. It's a good one. And yeah, Maggie, I would thank you for joining me on this episode, but I don't think we realized what we were getting ourselves into when we said on that episode we were going to watch this.
You know, yeah, it was
Is that Redline? Was that Redline where we said that? I think so.
Yeah, I think that was the initial, oh yeah, we should do that. But that's
it's
okay.
Because we were talking about sports movies, right?
Yeah, exactly, because racing movies were definitely a big thing, and then the Space Jam, because that was about when it was coming out initially, or at least rumored.
Well, I think what happened was we did... You and I together, just you and I, not just you and I, we did
we
Mr.
did a bunch
Go,
of sports movies.
Yeah, Mr. Go, Redline, and Lagan.
Yeah.
And so it was like, well, if we're keeping the sports theme, and it's like, well, maybe it was one of those things where it's like push your luck type games where it's like we pushed our luck and
no whammies and we got whammies.
And we busted. Snake Eyes, we busted out. So yeah.
We got bankrupt on the wheel.
Yeah, so hopefully the next episode is not this, but yeah, Maggie, thank you for joining me as always. And
anytime.
We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Bye.